Today we're going to be working on investigation number 3, which is found on page 159 of your text. In this investigation, you're going to be investigating, measuring, and drawing angles with a protractor. So let's go ahead and get started. Now what I'm going to do is just show you how to measure and draw angles using a protractor. So I'm going to copy the diagram that is on page 159 of your text. Now this diagram is showing some angles. And the angles are 2 angles. We're going to designate this as O right here. So I'm going to start off by drawing the straight line that's at the bottom of the angle. And then I'm going to line my protractor up like so. And notice how I'm lining it up. Where that point for O was, I put it right here in the center of mine. And now I'm going to just draw a line. And I'm going to follow these angle marks out, just like it's the protractor in your book. And midway between the 40 and the 50 on this lower level here, I'm going to put a mark here and here. And we're going to just draw this little part in right here. Like so. Okay. And then I need to put point B on here. So I just copied the diagram that was in your book. Now, when you're using a protractor to measure angles, notice that your protractor has 2 different sets of measurements on it. It has measurements going this way, and notice how it starts here, and it starts at 0, and then goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 90 degrees is a right angle. And then it continues going on all the way over here. And see how this says 170? Well, this next part here is 180. This protractor measures 180 degrees total. In other words, if I were to measure AOP, this line, that line has a measurement of 180 degrees. Now, what I'm going to do is state the measurements of the 2 other angles that are in this. I want the measurement of angle AOB, and then I want the measurement of angle POB. Now notice how when I say I want the measurement of an angle, I use a little m right here. And this means measure of angle AOB. So again, I line my protractor up so that the vertex of the angle is in this center hole right here. Line it straight across with 0. If I'm measuring this direction here, I go by the bottom measurements. So 10, 20, 30, 40. And then midway between 40 and 50 would be 45. So angle AOB is a 45 degree angle. Okay? Now, if I'm going to measure POB, that's from here to the center and then out to here. I'm going to start with my 0, and so I'm going to use my top measurements. Okay? So POB would be 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 100, 110, 120, 130. Midway between 130 and 140 is 135. So POB has a measurement of 135 degrees. Now notice how if this angle is 45 degrees and this angle is 135 degrees, that if I add the 2 of those angles together, I would get 180 degrees. And remember what I told you, this complete angle right here, all the way across, is 180 degrees. So that's what I should expect to happen. Now, this angle is less than 90 degrees. That means that it is an acute angle. This angle is more than 90 degrees. That means it's obtuse. A right angle is going to be equal to 90 degrees. So remember that that box that we were talking about in right angles, that means 90 degrees. Okay, now let's draw some angles. When you want to draw an angle, let's say that I wanted to draw an angle that was 60 degrees. This is how you would do it. You would place your protractor down and draw a ray to start yourself off with. And put a point at the end of the ray. Now, take your protractor, line up that point, and line up the ray straight across so the ray is at 0 degrees. Now, since I'm lining up on this side, I'm going to use the measurements along the bottom. And if I want a 60-degree angle, I would go up to where it reads 60 degrees, and I usually put a point here and then a point here. And then I turn my protractor so that I have the straight edge, like so, and I draw my second ray. And so then this is a 60-degree angle. And so 60 degrees, fairly easy angle to draw. Remember that this is less than 90 degrees, so this is an acute angle. So it's an acute angle that measures 60 degrees. Okay? Now remember, I'm just giving you the basics to get you started on your investigation. So now what I want you to do is just follow the instructions in the investigation. Now, if you need some help, make sure you get hold of a parent or a grandparent or a sister, brother, somebody in your house that knows a little bit more about math than you do, and have them help you through it. They might enjoy or maybe learn something a little bit new today too. So they might enjoy actually helping you with your math. So don't be afraid to do that. And hopefully you will enjoy doing the investigation and also learn a lot doing it as well. Well, have a wonderful day. Enjoy your math, and I'll see you tomorrow.